Like, you in control. You can do this. You can do this. Like, you at this point, you're not crazy. You're not tripping. You're not wild for moving and thinking how you do. At this point, it's time to give yourself a little more credit. You're not woo woo. You're not a follower. You're walking to the beat of your own drum, and you will be rewarded for that. For aligning yourself with God's will for your life. You got to know that. You got to understand that. You got to understand that after the rain comes the rainbow and all that shit. That the people, places, and things that you've lost will be replaced with better. You got to know that. You got to stand on that. And that's what I mean by having authority. And that's what it really means to stand on business is taking authority over your life. This is what I believe, and this is just what it is. Of course, your perception, like I said, change is inevitable. It's never ending. And your perception can evolve. You can allow yourself to evolve. Your perception will change. But it's about having a standard. It's about having a foundation. It's about having a code, bruh. A core code. You know what I mean? That you live by. And that belief system cultivates your life. And if your belief system is rooted in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, your life gonna look like it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? Like if your faith is rooted in man, in money, then that's just what it is. You get to choose how you perceive your reality. Like your thoughts shape your reality. And that's what I'm learning more and more. Like, wait a minute. I don't have to think about this. I don't have to worry about this. Like, you can choose to think what you want to think. And I had thought of this analogy, right? So what I'm imagining is you standing at the edge of a cliff with your back to the cliff because you already seen what's down there waiting for you. You already seen the net. You seen God with his arms wide open. You seen all the things that God promised you. But you have to fall. You have to surrender, right? Free fall, whatever. Arms wide open, back to the cliff, falling back into the net that you know is there and that you know God promised you. But from everybody else's angle that's not standing at the cliff, because they're living in fear, because they're playing safe and they're playing small, from their angle, from their perspective, from their with their limited perception, that you look like a fucking fool. You look suicidal. You look crazy. You know what I mean? To everybody else. Now, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you turn your back to that cliff and fall back like that? They don't see what you see. They can't see what you see. And that's for a very, very specific, very unique and divine reason that only you're able to see it, that only you were given the vision. And you would be a fucking fool. You would look crazy to walk away from that cliff. When you saw everything, you saw what it is. You already know the truth. You know the truth. God gave you the truth. And it's like, you gonna believe them or God? They under the thumb too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like we all in the same boat. Everybody got to higher up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, why not create your own belief system and stick to that? You know, because somebody gonna think you crazy. Somebody's not going to accept you. Somebody's not going to approve of your lifestyle and your belief system. But that's not your problem. That has nothing to do with you. God created you on purpose. So you already know that he knew as well that people was not going to fuck with you, bro. And you got to understand that that is protection over your life. The rejection, the abandonment is protection. That you got to understand how spiritual protection works, and that certain people cannot see you. Certain people cannot see your light for a reason. And you have to be okay with that. You have to learn to accept that. That's where we're at. Accepting things not going our way. And even rejoicing. Embracing and appreciating rejection. Appreciating the reroute. Appreciating God having your back. Like, you know what I mean? I'm never going against the grain. I'm never going back. I'm jumping off the cliff every time. And if I look like a fool, well then, bitch, call me what you want, but you can't call me broke. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get to a point where you understand whose you are. You can detach the emotions. You know what I'm saying? From the experience. You can allow yourself to feel things without being moved, if that makes sense. It's okay to be sad, bruh. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to experience your emotions. I think I said that in the past video. I think sometimes people want to suppress those emotions, but we have to feel them in order to navigate this life. You need your emotions. You need the tears. You need the instinct. You need your body to tell you what's real and what's not. When you turn that off, you know what I mean? It's almost like you turning off your source, your power source. It's like unplugging. And then you have to rely on man. You have to rely on the shit that you see to be able to kind of govern your fucking idea of yourself. And that's fucked. Because this shit is not real. You are. You know what I mean? Thank you, God. You are. You the realest. You the realest thing in the whole goddamn equation, bruh. But you've been conditioned. And that's not your fault. You've been hurt. You know what I mean? And that's not your fault. The trauma, the shit that you've been through, the things that people did to you, it's not your fault. And you deserve better, bruh. But we at a point now where we've accepted that pain is part of the prophecy that is my life. I had to go through these things. I had to experience this shit. Experience. It's almost like having an emotional fucking resume, dog. I'm thinking about work experience, emotional experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, what your resume look like? What your bandwidth look like? What your emotional capacity look like? You ain't even qualified for the job that you want. You ain't even qualified for the money that you want. You can't handle it. And God, he ain't about to give it up. You can take matters into your own hands. You can figure it out. You can hustle that money up all you want to. But you're going to live in an endless fucking cycle, an endless fucking loop, chasing the money every day you wake up. And you're still fucking miserable. You know, damn, bruh. I wish I had my phone out here. It feels amazing. And I'm so glad that I was able to come out here and drop this gem on you like that. Like I said, it's your favorite cousin, man. Like, I ain't getting no views right now, and I just love it. I'm so proud of myself, man, for just standing on business, bruh. Doing what the fuck I said I was gonna do. okay? Allowing my life to unfold. Like, I'm gonna be real, bro. I haven't had a job in a year. It's been 1 year I've been without a job. And shit's been challenging, right? It's been challenging, and I'm very blessed to have a support system. You know what I mean? I'm very blessed to be supported. And I truly believe that I've been given a very unique opportunity and unique to me. You know what I mean? Because I know there are other people out there in my shoes, in my boat, whatever. You know what I mean? If you resonate with this message and you feel me, then you know that there's something greater. There's something bigger, that's calling your name. You know, I'm really not impressed by the tangible anymore. I'm really not impressed by the physical. I'm not impressed by the 3D. That's not what I'm living for. Like I said, I'm the realest. I'm the realest motherfucker out the whole equation, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm the realest, if I'm the real thing, then I can create what I see. Like, if I'm the realest, I guess what I'm trying to say, if I'm the realest, then I'm the roots. I'm the source. So that ties back into, in what ways, what are you feeding yourself? You know what I'm saying? In what ways are you playing a part in what you see? The lack, the scarcity, the things that you don't want to see, essentially. What role are you playing in that? And how can you change your perception? Not necessarily taking action, but sitting with yourself and making a decision, bruh. That this is how I see my life. This is how I see what's going on around me. And when you make that decision, man, it's going to change the trajectory of your life, and you must understand that things will never be the same once you change that. It's like changing your glasses prescription or some shit. I don't know. And it's like, wow, I can see now. Or like, it's like your vision changed over time and like you had to update your fucking prescription and like, you know what I mean? It's like getting a new set of lenses. The rose colored glasses come off, you know what I'm saying? You're more sensitive. People will, they'll move around. God will move them around. People, places, and things, that do not serve this best version of yourself, this next timeline, man, is a confirmation plane. Hey, it's it's over. It's over, bruh. You're not the same person. You're better.